Welcome back to part 2 of our lesson on race starts. Next, we're going to discuss how to navigate once you've made it through the most dangerous part of the start, turn 1. But first, we're going to talk about some different kinds of starts you'll encounter. Rolling starts are found exclusively in iRacing oval track events and selectable in hosted road races. The procedure for the rolling start is fairly straightforward. After a predetermined number of pace laps, the field lines up 2 by 2, nose to tail, and approaches the starter stand on the front straight at a speed that is determined by the pole sitter. The green flag will fly shortly after the pace car dives into pit lane. Passing is only permitted on the outside prior to the start-finish line. One of the challenges to the rolling start is making sure that you choose your gears wisely so that you're in the heart of your car's power band when the green flag flies. Keep a close eye on the tachometer, as you don't want to be in a gear that has you within a few hundred RPM of redline, forcing you to shift almost immediately. Most starts will be conducted in either second or third gear, so make sure you choose wisely. The standing start is exclusive to iRacing's road racing events and is entirely different than the rolling start. The cars start on the grid just before the start-finish line in a staggered formation that has been determined by qualifying or iRating. When all cars are in place, a red light visible to all drivers will come on. At a random interval between 4 and 7 seconds, the red lights will go out and green lights will come on. At this point, the entire field accelerates from a standstill, jockeying for position to turn 1, and the race has begun. Passing is permitted as soon as the lights turn green, so you don't need to wait until passing the start-finish line to make a move. Regardless of the type of start, once things are moving, don't forget about your tasks in the car. It's not unheard of for a driver to get so wrapped up in the excitement of the start that they forget to change gears, both up on the straight and down once they get to turn 1. Hitting the rev limiter for an extra second, or even worse, blowing up your engine will certainly lose you some positions. Additionally, arriving at turn 1 and leaving the car in a high gear as you turn in and get back to throttle will more than likely see you getting hit from behind and at risk of spinning and collecting another car or even a group of cars. We've talked about a few strategies for dealing with some of the variables that you might encounter, but once the green flag flies, all bets are off. Absolutely anything can happen, and you need to be ready. Above all, your spatial awareness and your ability to make sound decisions on the fly will help you make a successful race start. Smart moves can be made, and you might be able to pick up a few positions, but above all, stay out of trouble and protect your equipment. You also have to keep in mind that there is a time to race, and there is also a time that you need to weigh your options and make the best decision so that you can make it to the end of the race. Often, you'll come across a competitor who simply isn't going to relinquish a position at the start at any cost. Sometimes it isn't a bad decision to settle things down, get in line, and start working on your race in a progressive manner. The overall goal of a race start is to get through it and settle into driving your race. You'll have plenty of time to do just that. Don't forget to keep in mind that at iRacing.com, incidents slow your license advancement whether you cause them or not. So good luck and be safe out there.